Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. I shall see what's going on on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today, where we'll be relaxing as per usual. The conversation I had yesterday, I suppose, about the music game Battle Royale, Headbangers. I played it, and it's actually pretty fun. I'm not completely sold. It's like a game where I'm gonna be like, this is gonna consume my life or something for like the next while. It definitely seems like a game where I'm like, let's have. I want to try something. Not try something different. I want to spice up something different. But I want to play a game. And it's a very easy, accessible game. I think. Hello everyone. We're now in Fawnhollow at 6:08 p.m. on Monday, November 6th, 2023. I think it's very accessible in the sense that it's like. At least for me personally, it's like there's not a lot I need to like think about. There's not like much of a sense of strategy. It's see thing execute. I mean, it reminds me a lot of Fall Guys. Not just because it's a battle royale, and I suppose because of its sort of I'm not sure if cutesy elements, right, cartoony-esque elements, which sort of pervade the actual thematics of it itself. But it's got that same sort of casual vibes. I was just I think I described it because I was streaming for my friend. I played it quite late at night. I think it was like at midnight or something, just before we went to sleep. And I said to him, it's like, this basically just reminds me of like when Fall Guys was released, except for instead of it being like a 3D platformer, it's based off like not just rhythm games, mind you. It's based. There's a decent amount of like rhythm game sort of things you have to do, but there's also a reasonable amount of things which are not really all that like rhythmic based. There's like a lot of memorization, and I watched Northern Lion play it. Now there's some other things like identifying music and music genres, so I guess it is kind of all encompassing musical, but honestly it's a pretty fun time. What can I say? I can tell you that the first game I played, my friend was right, I did in fact win the battle royale. I didn't win the second and third ones. I think I got to the final all three times. I think I came like fourth or fifth in the second time, and then I came third in the third competition I did. I think I can't quite recall off the top of my head because I don't really remember what final I did in the last one anymore. Maybe I can look it up and I'll try and remind myself, because I remember I did the minecart one twice. Final games. Headbangers final games. Someone's probably made a list. River Royale. No. Headbangers. I genuinely cannot remember what I did. The only thing I remember I learned from it was like, oh, I need to use the bonus stuff more because I felt like I was not hindering. Was it the record one? Maybe I came second then. I don't remember. I think it was a record one, in which case I came second. It was in the third one. So I went first, second, third, actually, now I think about it. And I've got to say, the record one was actually a super, super fun one. I'm not going to lie. And to be fair, I lost just because the other person was just really good. They just first tried the final record, and I did not first try it. To be fair, it was the first time I saw it. So it's a bit difficult to, but with music games, there's a lot of transferable skills in being able to sight read other music games. Like Project Sakai was the most recent one I played, and I could immediately start playing like the expert difficulty when I started playing that game because of all the other rhythm games I played before. Probably helped a lot by the fact that Project Sakai is very similar to Bandori visually, so that made it a lot easier. But I'm just trying to think what else to say about it, to be honest. I'm not really sure there is much else to say. I haven't played that much. I've only played three competitions because I was only going to play that one when going to sleep, and then I saw there was a shark in the store, and I was like, all right, I'll play another one and try and get a win, and then I was off by like 300 or something, so I was like, okay, I'll play a third one just to get the shark. I don't really know how you get the colours of a shark, because I saw someone had like a pink shark, and I was like, I want that, but I've only got a blue shark at the moment. My guess is if I buy the same item multiple times or something, maybe it like prestige sit and duplicates become colour variations. Well, that's a sort of very gacha game-esque style customization system, but I don't actually know if that's true. Maybe you can just buy colorations of it or something. Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. what can I say? I don't know if it's going to have the same staying power as Fall Guys, because I feel like Fall Guys had a much broader appeal, but it very much is up to how they sort of support it, I suppose, in the coming days. Oh, I also forgot, this is absolutely unrelated to Headbangers, but I ordered a coat of ASOS because I had like a gift card and I was like, oh, this is like expiring. What am I going to use it on? And I was like, you know, I do want to get myself some more coats, because currently the coats I have like, sorry, this is really like not related to anything. How do I open this? Tear along with dotted, oh, okay. I have like a grey sort of pea coat-esque thing, which is my sort of like generalist coat, and then I have like a longer like overcoat, top coat, which is like it's not a houndstooth pattern. It's like a black and white checker pattern, but I don't think it's quite checkers. And I have like a I call it like a biker jacket. It's not really a biker jacket, but that's something I use as a light coat. But I didn't have any much more fancier coats. And I saw this one on ASOS. It was like this a fluffy coat, which I don't have. Well, I kind of have one, but it doesn't really fit me very well since it was my sister's. So I was like, it's time for me to get my own. Oh, and hopefully it fits. If it doesn't fit, I don't really know what I'm going to do about that, but still. It was delivered earlier today, and I haven't had the opportunity to actually see what it's like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. Yeah, what else can I say about Headbangers? Oh, what a soft coat this is. I think it's got some cool, I suppose, we should go to a town hall. That's like our speaking soapbox platform. I think it's got some cool mechanics tied intrinsically in it as well. The fact that you can sort of spin around your, I guess you're a pigeon? I haven't really thought about it. Head. And then once you spin it around enough during certain moments of the game, you get access to a bonus round where you can get more in-game currency, which is pretty cool. It's sort of like a risk-reward thing, because if you played the game for strictly winning the competition, you know, the tournament competition thing, you would never spin your head because there's no need to. But, you know, by putting that in, it sort of incentivizes a risk-reward thing, which you know players are absolutely going to take. And that's even better because it adds a sort of like level of not just skill discrepancy, but RNG as almost to the game. Whoa! This coat fits me really well. Hold on, I'm going to go walk in the mirror and see what it looks like. Fly! I'm not going to do the entire rest of the recording in this coat, but it's very nice, soft and fluffy though. It's very similar actually to the one I have at the moment. And I'm going to check and see if it's exactly the same one or not, just like in my size. But that will be dealt with later. Headbangers. Yeah, I like the inclusion of a minigame, which doesn't give you really any competitive advantage whatsoever. In fact, if anything, it's a detriment because it will distract you, because you now have to simultaneously keep track of two things. But you know players, you see them the opportunity, like when you start out, you're not going to spin. I didn't even realise you could spin, to be honest, until like second or third esque tournament. You give them that opportunity. You can even tell them this has no benefit for you winning this competition whatsoever, but you might get more currency out of it. People are going to be like, I'm doing it because, you know, we as players, it's fun, I suppose, to do that. When you get comfortable with a game, you start involving yourself with more of the mechanics, you start doing a bit more risky things, and that's good because that means that the players who are much more comfortable, much more skillful of the game have a little bit of a handicap on them. Not a handicap in the sense that they are actually being handicapped within the game, but it's more like their own, they can judge their own sort of confidence on how well they're able to execute upon these bonus rounds or not. Which I think is a very clever way to do it. It's sort of like showboating, except for the showboating can absolutely backfire on you at some point. But yeah, we played a few of I played a few of the mini games. My friends just sort of watched. You might be like, what's your favourite one? My favourite one, I think, is the spinning record one. It's basically like one of the purer distillations of a rhythm game. And it's actually reasonably quite challenging. Basically what it is, it's like a short beat map where you have to press all the buttons, but it's like on a vinyl record and it loops. So basically you go through and you only move on once you hit all the notes in the beat map. But the thing is, once you hit them once, it's gone for that round. And if there's some which are still left over that you missed the first time through, it will loop around again, but only with the ones which you've missed. So really, if you're really skilled, you can go through and get all of them on the first try. But then sometimes you do it on the second try, that sort of thing. It's a nice way to actually incorporate. Well, what I'll say is a lot of the times we've incorporated rhythm games of elements pretty well. That one I think is a very clever one to do it. There's also one which is like the dolphin one and the foosball table one, which are both very similar, where it's basically you got this sort of set pattern. I think the dolphin one does it a bit better, IMO, but what can I say? It's basically, it plays like a little tune, like ba 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 da 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 bum, and you basically need to like press a button when it goes bum, and it gives you a visual indicator as well. But the thing is, we'll play it at different speeds, like, and the next one will be like bum ba da ba da ba da ba bum bum, and eventually they start fading out the music and fading out the visual, so they'll be like bum 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 bum, and then they'll just like be silent, and you just have to like sing in your head like bum ba da ba da bum 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 bum. It was a very cool one. It's surprisingly difficult as well. Because even though I played the game, intrinsically when I watched like Northern Lion play, I'd be like, I would absolutely ace this right now, despite the fact that's truly not the case. It's a case of backseat gaming, I suppose. You watch someone else play and you see them make mistakes and you'd be like, I wouldn't make those mistakes, but then when you actually play yourself, you're like, what do I do? I'm not saying that's true for every single person you watch. By just sheer definition, some people that you watch will probably be pretty bad at the game. You would do better than them, but not all of them, I would say. Not all of them, for sure. Again, I don't think it's a game which I'm interested in streaming. Sorry, not streaming. I am interested in streaming. I'm not interested in recording it, I think, for this channel. At least not like a series or anything, because it's not really like a good ending point, I think, for it. But I think it's something that if and when I start streaming, you know, how many times have you heard this now? It would be a good game to sort of like round out game numbers or whatever, because I'm pretty good at it. I can speak while doing it. I think it's kind of entertaining to the same degree, etc., and it's repeatable. You know, you might have also noticed that the Okami, sorry, again, not relevant to Headbangers, Okami series did not come out today. It didn't come out on Saturday because I knew I was going to be busy. It will come out tomorrow, almost certainly, because I'm basically done with a Fawnhallow. I just didn't finish the background, and I was like, it's 2 a.m. I should go to sleep. Like, I know I stay up pretty late. I don't need much sleep. I was like, even I feel it unreasonable for me to. I should take at least, 4 hours is like my minimum, and 6 hours is like my maximum. Not really my maximum, but like the average, I would say. My maximum, I don't know when the longest I've ever slept is, but those are sort of like after holidays or staying up after like an entire day or something. I'd say my maximum is maybe like 8, 9-ish hours. Yeah, I forgot really where I was going at, and I was like, it's too late, just like put a Railbound episode today and then we'll publish it tomorrow. So Okami will be tomorrow, Thursday, Saturday, I think. Like, the entire schedule is going to be incredibly messed up because of it. So basically I need to get 3 Okami episodes out this week, and only 1 Goodbye Volcano High. So Goodbye Volcano High, which would normally be on Thursday, will now be on the Wednesday, and Okami, which would normally be on the Wednesday, be on the Tuesday, because I didn't want to go Tuesday, Wednesday publishing, so it's going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Goodbye Volcano High will be on the Wednesday, and then Railbound will be on Friday as usual. So it's basically on the Friday, things will be back to normal. It's just for Wednesday and Thursday switched around, just so we don't have 2 episodes of Okami straight in a row. But yeah. It's actually quite a nice one. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. And I don't think it's like perfect or anything, but I think it's pretty good. Like, I actually quite like it. I was a bit worried when I was drawing it. I was like, this is not going to be recognizable as Okami. And then I woke up. No, I didn't wake up this morning. It was about like 5 minutes ago. I looked at it again. And I was like, hey, this is actually pretty good. Also, I was going to customize things. That's why I ran over here. So yeah, Headbangers, sorry. What other games are pretty good, I think, in Headbangers? So the Dolphin one's pretty good. What I think's the worst one? I think the Quick Draw one is not. I think it's a good minigame. I don't think it feels quite aligned with the other minigames, because it's one which is based off pure reaction time alone, which feels strange to me, personally. Like, again, the friend who said I should play this game, he self-claims to not have like any sense of rhythm, and I don't think that's entirely true. I think he's definitely selling himself short. But he's very much someone who's he's a very good gamer, much better gamer than I am, and he's got like those Twitch reaction mechanics, etc. He played like competitive League for a while, still is, I suppose. I don't know why I said he did, and he still is as well. However that joke goes. And he was just like, this is my sort of game. And I was like, yeah, this is definitely your sort of game. It's sort of like Twitch reaction things. It was basically you listen to, it's like, it shows up a picture of like a baby or something, and then it like plays a load of random sounds to a sort of musical rhythm. And then when you hear the sound of a baby laughing or crying, I don't even remember what it was, you hit the A button. It's basically a quick draw like sound thing. I understand there's a limited amount of ways that you can actually make a music game, like a rhythm games, like spins on rhythm games. So you're gonna have to sort of widen the scope of what you call a rhythm game. That one definitely feels like it's the most out of place to me personally, because it doesn't really have much of a musical. It has the musical element of you're listening to something, I guess, which, fair enough. It's this one, and there's the one I haven't played, which I saw Northern Line play. It was like a quiz-based one where it's like you listen to an instrument and then you click what instrument you've heard, which I think for some reason that one feels like it fits a bit more, because it's like, I guess it's actually kind of like a music quiz, despite not really having many rhythmical elements in it. I don't know, I just felt like a quick draw needs to have like a rhythmic element in it, but I don't know what the rhythmic element would be. But I do appreciate the fact that it's got a wider variety of like skill things that it needs to test. So then, the same, if you're really good at like rhythm games, you're not just going to consistently smash every single game over and over and over again. You're going to, sometimes, that game will come up and you'll be like, oh no, I better do my best. Anyway, it's a fun game. Apparently it's on Game Pass, like Xbox Game Pass and also PC Game Pass, which I didn't know was a thing, but it is a thing. And yeah, it's a fun time. What can I say? I'll probably play some more of it. No, I'm not sure I'm going to play too much of it this week, because I'm going to be busy. I need to finish the Okami thing, then I got something to do for a friend, which I need to finish off, and then hopefully next week I might be less busy doing stuff. I don't really know. It's like life is busy sometimes. But anyway, I'm going to round this episode off here. It's a bit early, I suppose, but I kind of don't have much to say. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see you again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.